The greatest enemy of truth is what you have always believed without questioning it. Have you ever found yourself thinking about someone persistently, even after so long? Even after telling yourself, I'm over it. Sometimes that memory comes back like a thunderclap. Other times, like a whisper, but it comes back. It always comes back. And when it comes back, it's not just the memory of the person. It's the emptiness they left. It's what you didn't say. It's what you felt, but didn't understand. You try to move on. You distract yourself. You occupy yourself. You smile, but in the silence of the night they're there. In the music that plays out of nowhere. In the phrase someone accidentally blurts out. And then you realize that it's not the person holding you back. It's the part of you that got stuck in that story. It's the echo of something unresolved inside you. Maybe the name you repeat in your mind isn't theirs, but yours, trying to call you back. Carl Jung said that nothing that comes from the unconscious is random. Thinking about someone constantly is not an obsession. It is a symptom. Maybe you don't think about that person, but about what they awakened in you. An old wound, an unfilled void, a mirror you avoided for too long. Jung believed that the mind only dwells on what it has yet to understand. You are not attached to that person. You are attached to what they represent. So stop asking why you still think about her, and start asking, what inside me is still asking to be healed? This constant thought. It was never about the other. It was always about you. About what you lost. And that you now need to get back. You don't miss the person. You miss the version of yourself that existed when they were there. You miss the sparkle in their eyes. The hope. The dream that was born and died with them. That's why it hurts. Because, deep down, what broken wasn't just the bond. It was the image you had of yourself when you were by their side. And as long as you keep looking outside, trying to understand the other, you will continue to ignore what your own unconscious is screaming. Her name became a symbol. Her face became a mirror. And the feeling is just the reflection of your own absence. So don't run after the one who left. Run after who you were, before you lost yourself trying to love someone. The unconscious screams through the memories you try to forget. Carl Jung called this the call to individuation. It is not the other that holds you back. It is your own soul asking to be heard. The face you keep seeing in your mind isn't hers. It's the part of you she awakened and then left unfinished. You're not haunted by a person. You're haunted by the version of yourself you abandoned in their presence. Individuation isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who you should be. And every memory that resurfaces, every echo of her voice, is your psyche knocking on your door, asking you to come home, not to yourself, hidden truths, because your mind speaks when you are silent. And it is in silence that everything that has been repressed finds space to emerge. The voices you ignored, the feelings you swallowed, the wounds you covered in a hurry, they don't disappear. They just wait. They wait for night to fall. They wait for distraction to cease. They wait for you to finally stop running. That's when the thoughts that haunt you emerge. The memories that burn. The questions you don't want to ask. Hidden truths, where the soul whispers, what the ego tried to silence. Sometimes we think we are stuck with someone, but in reality we are stuck with a feeling that person has awakened, a fear of abandonment, a desire for acceptance, an old wound that has never been healed. The unconscious does not want you to suffer by reliving this person. It wants you to hear what this memory is trying to tell you. When someone remains in your mind, even if the relationship has ended, even if you rationally know that you need to move on, it indicates that there is something inside you that has not yet been understood or integrated, and this person may not even be the real focus of the issue. They are just the messenger of what you still need to heal. So, the next time that name, that image, or that memory comes back to you, don't ask, why can't I thinking about this person? Ask, what inside me has not yet been heard? What is this memory showing me about myself? That is where true healing begins. The person is a symbol. They represent something deeper, an unresolved emotion, a forgotten aspect of yourself, or a wound that has not yet healed. They are not in your mind because they were special. They are there because they were a trigger, because they touched something you didn't even know still hurt. Maybe they activated your neediness. Maybe they mirrored your insecurity. Maybe they awakened a love that you never gave yourself. You don't miss the other person. You miss feeling seen, of feeling alive. That's why the memory comes back. Not as the past, but as a sign. They don't want you to relive what was. They want you to look at what still is, at what inside you still bleeds silently. Unhealed wounds create emotional cycles. The mind returns to that person because they activated something deep inside. Something that doesn't always have to do with the present, but with the past. Abandonment, rejection, the need to be validated, or to be chosen for the first time. It's not about what they did, it's about what you felt. Carl Jung said, "Until you become aware of the unconscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it destiny." This emotional obsession is not love. It is your unconscious trying to resolve something that was left unfinished. She was just the trigger. The wound was already in you. That person became a symbol. They represent everything you wanted to receive and didn't receive. Everything you gave and wasn't seen. They are the mirror that reflected your lack. Your neediness. Your unrecognized surrender. Your unwelcome love. And that's why it hurts so much. Not because of them, but because of everything they represented. You think it was love, but it was absence trying to fill itself. You think it was destiny, but it was trauma trying to resolve itself. You think you lost someone, but maybe you lost yourself there. As long as you don't look at this wound, you will continue to confuse intensity with connection, pain with depth, repetition with love. It's not about the other. It's about what hasn't yet been healed in you. And as long as you run away from it, This story will keep coming back with other names. You no longer need to run after those who hurt you. You need to run towards yourself. There is the answer. Hidden truths. Why your mind speaks when you are silent.